These anger-fueled outbursts fool no one, and she is left to discuss her crime with the original arresting officer. Michelle soon returns from her strip search. Hers went off without incident, though Brianna still hasn't given up on blaming this all on Michelle. Despite her efforts, from hiding the in a truly outrageous area to attempting to convince everyone present that the drugs were not her own, Brianna is charged with felony possession of meth or cocaine greater than 2 grams but less than 10 grams, felony tampering with physical evidence, and a further 3 misdemeanor charges, including obstructing governmental operations, probation revocation, and failure to register a vehicle. The bag of drugs in Brianna's possession was reported to hold a street value of no more than $15. She is kept in police custody, with her bail set at $25,000. This mother and daughter figured they were smarter than the law, but thanks to an officer's commitment to his job, there was no keeping their stash a secret. It's around 8 p.m. in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and 2 police officers are about to make a traffic stop they aren't going to soon forget. The white Chevrolet Cavalier you see here has raised suspicion thanks to its expired or possibly forged plates, and the driver has been taking their sweet time pulling over. Time long enough to perhaps hide something incriminating inside the vehicle. As the white car stops outside a gas station, police now have the opportunity to safely approach the suspects, but the driver's delay in pulling over is not going to go unnoticed. At the wheel is Michelle. She quickly attempts to explain her way out of an uncomfortable situation, while her daughter, 30-year-old Brianna, is doing her best to keep cool as police check her mother's documents. The officer who initiated the traffic stop soon escalates this incident by requesting the adults in the vehicle step outside. He assures them that they aren't in trouble yet. But the look on Brianna's face suggests she expects she may soon be in more trouble than she can handle. With the adults out of the car, law enforcement are all set to begin a search of the suspects. This particular job requires some animal assistance, though. A canine sense of smell can be up to 100,000 times more acute than a human's, and with a specially trained sniffer dog on this case, anything hidden in or on this vehicle will soon be revealed. The dog's erratic behavior lets the officer know that the vehicle is going to need a deeper search. Something here is a little too sinister for this dog's liking. As police scour the Raymond's car, all the family can do is watch on. Law enforcement officers find nothing of interest in the vehicle, but they aren't about to let this family get back on the road. Now they must search the suspects. Thanks to Michelle Raymond's stretching of the seconds when being pulled over, and the police dog's behavior when sniffing the vehicle, police are certain that this family are hiding something illegal. As of this moment, they just aren't sure where they are hiding it. The officer makes it clear to Brianna and Michelle that they are not under arrest, but it no longer matters where they were headed in their car, because a strip search is what awaits them at their next stop. Both mother and daughter may seem confident that they're on the way to winning a twisted game of hide and seek, but what the officer states next has them both dreading their trip downtown. Brianna and Michelle attempt to play open and innocent, offering permission for the police to search them. They even offer to remove items of clothing in public, but these are likely just desperate attempts to stay well away from the county jail. These attempts unsurprisingly fail, and are followed by what is sure to feel like a long ride in a police vehicle for both Brianna and Michelle. After approximately 15 minutes on the road, police arrive at the county jail with their suspects. Brianna quickly grows agitated as she comes to terms with what awaits her inside the building. The Raymond daughter is correct that she and her mother are still not under arrest. But as the officer explained earlier, he has probable cause to order a strip search on both suspects. If Brianna or Michelle were to suddenly cease cooperating with law enforcement at this point, it would only make things far worse. Thanks to the officer's body cam footage, we're able to see the suspects squirm in their seats as they wait for their names to be called. Michelle is almost certainly regretting her decision not to pull over immediately when asked to do so by police. And Brianna might just be thinking about how playing her music too loud in the car was never going to cut it as an excuse. With no other way out, Brianna and her mom begin to share a series of declarations, seemingly with the intent of persuading the onlooking officer of their innocence. Right now, Brianna and Michelle are on the same page, but very soon, something is going to cause one major rift between this mother and daughter. The blue gloves are on, and officers are ready to search Brianna Raymond. Her mother doesn't have to wait long before Brianna returns, but it's now clear that the police have found what they were looking for. When police initially pulled the Raymonds over, Brianna took the window of time her mom created by driving so slowly to hide drugs in the last place any officer was going to look, and it required a deep strip search to find. Brianna had 2.3 grams of meth stashed inside a plastic bag inside her genital area. She has been caught red-handed, but she wastes no time attempting to shift the blame onto her own mother. These anger-fueled outbursts fool no one, and she is left to discuss her crime with the original arresting officer. Michelle Raymond soon returns from her strip search. Hers went off without incident, though Brianna still hasn't given up on blaming this all on Michelle. Despite her efforts, from hiding the meth in a truly outrageous area to attempting to convince everyone present that the drugs were not her own, Brianna Raymond is charged with felony possession of meth or cocaine greater than 2 grams but less than 10 grams, felony tampering with physical evidence, and a further 3 misdemeanor charges, including obstructing governmental operations, probation revocation, and failure to register a vehicle. The bag of drugs in Brianna's possession was reported to hold a street value of no more than $15. She is kept in police custody, with her bail set at $25,000. This mother and daughter figured they were smarter than the law, but thanks to an officer's commitment to his job, there was no keeping their stash a secret.